That's it for this edition of Inside the OUR, brought to you by the Office of Utilities Regulation, regulating utilities for the benefit of all. Follow us on Facebook, X, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Subscribe to the OUR Jamaica Hub on YouTube and the OUR Chat podcast on Spotify. Check out the OUR Digest blog on LinkedIn. I am Gordon Brown. Join us again next week, same time, same station, for another edition.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
The NHT is lending up to $12 million for homes priced at $14 million or less, making home ownership more accessible for Jamaicans. We are building Jamaica.
The time by the Office of the Prime Minister is...
It's 6 minutes after 9.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning to you. It is Wednesday. It's hump day. We're in the middle of the work week now. It's Wednesday, August 20, 2025. We are alive and well. And for that, we give God thanks. Good morning to you. If you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, or 90.9, thank you so much for joining us on your radio. We appreciate your company there. If you are listening and watching on our YouTube channel, good morning to you. The channel is Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. Go on over there and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Click the notification bell as well. And if you found this video, like up the live. Yeah? David Nebar is first in the YouTube chat this morning. So I want to say good morning to you, David Nebar. Herman, good morning to you as well. Merlin Russell, top of the morning to you. Roger Smart, big up yourself, Roger. Good morning to you. Rupert Wilson, good morning. Sonia Hutton, motivator. Good morning to you guys as well. Angela Greaves, David Nebar. I said David already. Second morning to you, David. KMC, good morning to you as well. Sharon Bryan, good morning to you. Hugh Donaldson, top of the morning. Creative Games, big up yourself. Marigold, Errol Townsend, Shauna Brown, Carlene Smith, Shirley Augustine, Everton D, T White, Kimberly Skyers, hi, and all the others over there on YouTube. Big up on yourself. If you're listening from our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, morning to you. And those on our website, the Listen Now option there. Top of the morning to you as well. This Wednesday morning, we have for you inside the Consumer Hour, JSIF and You.
JSIF and You is brought to you by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, investing for community development.
All right. So this morning inside JSIF and You, we will be speaking about the relocation of JSIF's office. Yes, they are relocating, and they will also be staging a back-to-school fair. So Mr. Omar Sweeney, who will join us shortly, will tell us all about that relocation and the upcoming back-to-school fair. In the meantime, I want to say good morning to the peeps over there on TikTok. My TikTok peeps, I can't leave you out. Elmo, good morning to you, Elmo. Who else is over there on TikTok? Big up on yourself, TikTok people, them. Why am I scroll too far? But big up on yourself. All of the TikTok peeps. Everybody over there on TikTok right now, big up on yourself every time. All right. So as I said before, this morning we have JSIF and You. JSIF and You is a program brought to you by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund. We usually have JSIF and You every third Wednesday in the month, and we speak to a representative from JSIF about new policies or activities that are being undertaken by JSIF, new projects that they're undertaking, projects that maybe most of us may not have known about, things that are helping to develop our society and to uplift our people. JSIF undertakes several activities, some that we might see happening and we just don't know who is doing it, but we just know say to do. But JSIF is very critical to some of the activities happening and projects that are undertaken in and around our environment, especially recently we've spoke, well, not recently, but in our conversations with JSIF, we've spoken about the coastal projects that they've been doing and where environmental concerns come up, where they are assisting with those issues. JSIF is also responsible for community development, where they assist in the areas where there are zones of special operation. As we should all know by now, ZOSOs are operating stages. And so in each stage, there are different things that happen. And a part of the zone of special operation is a developmental phase where they go into the community, see what the social structure is, see what is happening in the community, and see where development is necessary for business owners, for families, for students, for just about everybody in the community, and how best they can assist. So JSIF is doing a lot in our communities. We may not see them. They're one of those agencies that's not necessarily talked about very often, other than when a project is underway, but they are doing the work in our communities. They've also been critical in some of those communities where zinc fences are being removed. JSIF is a part of that, and they are doing work in that regard. So this program, I like when we have these programs on, because they help the wider public to know about what is happening, because I think it is important that we ensure that people know where them taxpayer money go or where development is happening, because it's easy, trust me. It's easy for say nothing now go on. Because sometimes you just don't know say something a go on. Or you see something a go on and you just think a man a do a thing by himself. And you don't know say JSIF involved here, so local government involved here, so or whoever is assisting with this project. So I'm very happy when we have programs like this where we help to inform the public about things that are happening around us. Things, especially when it is very close to us, where community development is concerned. I think it is very important that people know what is happening around them and know who is doing it and how it is being done and how it is funded as well. Transparency is very important, and transparency leads to trust, which is very, very important, because, there is usually this line where people say, government can't trust them, can't trust politicians. So it is very important that transparency is the order of the day. It doesn't seem as if we are getting through to Mr. Sweeney. So if anybody is listening and you're close to Mr. Sweeney or can get to him, excuse me, please tell Mr. Omar Sweeney, the head of JSIF, managing director, that Nationwide is trying to reach to him. All right. We're going to take a break though. When we come back, we will hopefully have Mr. Omar Sweeney.
summer sale from the JTA Cooperative Credit Union.
Educators, take the driver's seat with the sweet summer sale from the JTA Credit Union. Ride in style with a new car or take that well-deserved vacation with a personal loan. Low interest rates, flexible terms, and fast approval. It's your summer your way. For more info, call 876-618-1706.
The sweet summer sale from the JTA Cooperative Credit
Serving
Union.
our members, impacting lives positively.
You hear, say nationwide back to school fair get pushed back to August 23?
What? Push back? Lord, man, me need ready to go Harmony Beach Park, you know.
Yeah, man, but them push it back to make it bigger and better. More vibes, more giveaways, and more things for everybody enjoy.
So tell me something. The book swap still go on?
Yes, man. Still bring the books the kids don't need, and them can swap it for the ones them can use. Plus, them are gonna have health screening, school supplies for buy, banks and location, and enough giveaways.
Alright, me like the sound of that. But anything else I want?
Then no must. Me hear say them have domino tournament, scavenger hunt, and beer things for the whole family. So make sure you register.
Register? So how me have to go register now if we go in if it's free?
Because once you register, you automatically get entered to win the grand prize in the special raffle.
Me have to go call up some of my friends them cause we can't miss this. So tell me now, what the new date?
August 23, same place, Harmony Beach, Montego Bay, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nationwide 90 FM's Back to School Fair. Bigger, better, and full of vibes.
The NNN Back to School Fair is brought to you by KFC, Massey Distribution Jamaica Limited, Cozy Corner, Phoenix Vision Center, the Jamaica Public Service, the Jamaica Customs Agency, the Urban Development Corporation, Friends of the Mayor's Parlor, JTA Credit Union, Stewart's Automotive, J&J Pharmacy, Hospitan, Budget Car Rental, Digicel Foundation, Sun Life Tours, Pop Fashion Limited, Charm West Limited, Discount Lumber and Hardware Limited, All-American Institute of Medical Sciences, 876 Slushy Delight, CNWJ Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Pier 1 on the Waterfront, the University of Technology Jamaica Western Campus, MK Lux Events, Deja All-Inclusive Resort, Henderson's Bookstore, The Comfy Girl Collection, Nation's Choice, Confectionery Snacks, Pizza Hut, and JN Bank. Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM. Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and discussions week mornings.
Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning.
Entertainment in the afternoons, then news again in the evenings.
Nationwide news at this hour, fired.
Also tune in to the entertainment and sports shows in the nights and on the weekends.
It is Boy Things After Dark right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Everything is news, from current affairs and entertainment to sports, business, and other categories.
Nationwide 90 FM. This is Benjamin. Give it to them. Zaga, Zen.
From every whisper to every commotion.
That's rubbish. The KSAMC cannot investigate itself.
Every news story unfolds here first at Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Every sound is a story, and every story we share is news.
But is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I'll soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Sweat it.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
As a parent, you give your children a good start in life. You nurture, protect, and guide them. Parenting is a process that prepares your child for independence. As your child grows and develops, there are many things you can do to help your child. Stay tuned to The Big Show, nationwide this morning, for parenting tips. Fridays at 6:53 a.m. Only here will you learn everything you need to know about parenting. Tips to help parents navigate the incredibly challenging and rewarding journey of child rearing. Parenting tips on Nationwide at 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Noragay Banton. We are still inside the time sponsored by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF. We should be having JSIF and you right now. We are still trying to get in contact with Mr. Omar Sweeney, Managing Director of the Jamaica Social Investment Fund. But in the meantime, we just let you know that we should be speaking to Mr. Sweeney about the relocation of the office. So JSIF's office will be relocated. Mr. Sweeney should be coming shortly to tell us more about that. The staging of the GOJ's Integrated Community Development Project summer camps in various community that the JSIF is a part of as well. The staging of the back to school fair, and I did say earlier the upcoming back to school fair, that was an error. The back to school fair was already held. And there's also the community electrification project that we should be hearing about as well, which is very important. I believe we were at the was it a launch ceremony for that in Clarendon some time ago, and this will see a lot of communities that have been either without electricity or using electricity illegally. There will be a community electrification project for those communities where JSIF and JPS will go into the community, see what is happening, and get those people legally on the grid. I believe those people will get on through prepaid connections, which is where you can necessarily gauge what you pay for electricity, because sometimes the bill is what is daunting for some people, and so they end up on an illegal connection, even though that's not the case for all of them, but sometimes that's the case. And so you are put on a prepaid connection where you have a meter, you can top up that meter, and you can control how much you pay for electricity. And of course, you are notified when it's going to be running low or when it's running low, so that you can either top up or just gauge your usage until you can afford to top up again. Unfortunately, we are not getting through to Mr. Sweeney, so we may have to put off this discussion for another time. Hopefully, we'll be able to have him soon so that we can hear in much more details about what's happening with the JSIF, what they've been doing over the summer and over the period of this year. But we are going to open the phone lines for you. I see my friend Anita over there on TikTok. Good morning to you, Anita. We are going to open the phone lines for you. The numbers to call, 876-630-9371, and that goes up to 4, and 618-8255. So those are the numbers for you if you have any consumer related matters. We will hear those concerns, hear the issues you have, and see how best we can assist you. All right. Once again, the numbers 876-630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374 and 618-8255. Just before I go to the phone lines, in the last, I believe, 2 weeks or a week, well, let's say 2 weeks, we've had 2 callers calling about the pension, the increase in the pension that was announced and it not being reflected in your accounts. And I did say that I, as far as I'm aware, it will be sent in August, but it will reflect for most in September. And I am going to read now, I believe, an official message that has been sent to pensioners from the NIS. I saw persons in the comments yesterday saying that there is a lack of communication. Well, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, they clearly are communicating with the pensioners. Here is a message that someone sent to me that was officially sent to pensioners, and the title is NIS Pension Increase, and it says, kindly be informed that it is important to note the following. NIS pensioners paid by direct deposit in bank accounts, and that's in bracket, your monthly payment for August 2025 will not reflect the increase. Instead, arrears for the period April 2025 to August 2025 will be paid at the end of August. The subsequent pension payments as of September 2025 will reflect the new rates. So that clearly states that in September you will see the new rates reflected. Pensioners who are due new pension order books in September 2025 will start receiving the new rates. The first voucher will have the arrears, and the remaining voucher will have the new monthly rate amount. Similarly, pensioners who are due new pension order books in October 2025, November, December, and January 2026 will receive the arrears in the new pension order book. The first voucher will have the arrears amount, and the remaining vouchers will have the new rate, right? So, simply put, those of you who receive your pension through a direct deposit to your bank account, the new rate will be shown in September, and you will receive the arrears, meaning all of that backed up increase that you did not get, you will get it in your account from April to September. All right. Mr. Thomas is on the line. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, ma'am. Hello, good morning.
Hello, yes, good morning.
Yes, miss. Yes, miss. Hello?
Good morning. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing it loud and clear.
Are you listening to the radio? Your radio is on. I think I'm hearing a feedback.
Oh, hold on.
Yes, so you're going to be confused if you listen to the radio while you're on the phone.
Me turn it down, but me turn it off now.
All right, go ahead now.
Yes, I'm listening to the radio this morning and hear who you are saying some foolishness about service that the telecom people offer. They offer no service to us, ma'am. I'm very upset because I wrote them about 15 to 20 times about the terrible service I'm getting from Flow. But beside that point, I signed up with Digicel. I just coming from 2001. The second year, I went into the bank, I forgot my phone, and, call it lost. All right. Since recently, I was talking in the middle of a cheap on my phone, and cheap boy just come up, grab the phone, run. So I run to next one, give next one the phone, next one, give next one the phone, and, start with my phone. When I went down there to replace the chip, they're telling me that I can't come and replace this chip anymore. I said, oh, is that? And from my recollection, it's only 2 times alone I replaced that chip. And it's unfortunate circumstances. And I said, the lady will tell me, say, me can't replace that chip again because me reach my limit. And that is a Digicel chip. It's so long we start out with them for them just
well.
Come. Yeah, and that is so unfortunate, ma'am.
Well, I didn't know that there's a limit, but
that is what the lady was telling me at the store, that once if this chip lasts, I forget a different chip. I said, no, that is totally impossible. They said, all right, try don't last the chip. I'm saying, no, I'm not a madman to last chip. Two unfortunate incidents, I end up lose the phone, not the chip, the phone and everything, all the information and everything, and I have to come and I have to start a brand new life. All right, that is them. And then they are saying that it's company policy. Oh, is that possible? And then when I call OUR said, they don't deal with the nuances of the company and the contract what we sign with them and all.
Right. So unfortunately, Thomas, if that is a company policy that has, been in their system for a while, OUR wouldn't be able to go against company policy because that's something that would be there and that's something you would have signed to as when you sign up as a Digicel customer. In your contract, you would have said you are agreeing to the terms and conditions, which would be, some of them would be the company policies, right?
You sound like you work at OUR. No?
I don't work at OUR, but what I'm saying is...
The lady used, and I was saying to her that, yes, I signed a piece of paper, but I wasn't aware that them cheap piece of paper with them fine writing, them nuances against me, and then if I don't sign it, I wouldn't be able to sign up with the company. So either you sign a piece of paper or you don't get the service that you want. But we don't have a choice there. You understand? We don't have a choice. You understand? But I wasn't aware that those things were signed to in the beginning. But I'm saying, if you don't sign the paper, they're not going to give you the service that you're requesting.
But Thomas, if this should go to court, the judge would tell you that it is not Digicel's fault that you did not read what you signed to. If it should go to court, the judge would that tell you that, Because this is a binding document. It's a contract you signed with Digicel agreeing to their terms and conditions. Unfortunately, the terms and conditions includes the fact that you cannot replace your chip more than twice.
Well, that is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. And then I see where our good minister there turning heads in JPS because my bill gone down and 27 don't come yet. 2027 don't come yet and the bill gone down. So I need him to do something for the telecoms.
For the telecoms, yes. I have been calling on Minister Vaz to assist in that regard because something needs to be done about the service offered. But we're going to have to go now, Thomas. Thank you so much for calling. Sorry that has happened to you, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Yes, and the next day I take on flow because I know
all right.
I take on 1 week worth of argument because them you understand?
Yeah, man. All right. We have to go, Thomas. Next time we call back and we can talk more. All right. We take a break and when we come back, we will have Joseph and you. We've gotten to Mr. Omar Sweeney.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards is...
It's 9:33.
But is this real? Hey, Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I'll soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene. Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Noragay Banton. Earlier, I did tell you we should be having JSIF and you, and we are gonna go right into that program now, and we are gonna be speaking with the Managing Director of the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, Mr. Omar Sweeney. Good morning to you, Mr. Sweeney.
Hi, morning Norgay. How are you? And morning to your listeners.
I am doing good. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. So we have quite a number of things to talk about this morning. The first order of business is the relocation of JSIF's office. When will that happen? Where will it be? Are you already moved? Where are you now?
Yes, so we actually moved our offices on the 1st of August. And so we are currently in our new office space. And so after 10 years, more than 10 years, 11 years actually, we left the Norwood Avenue address. And we're now located at 8 Richmond Avenue, which is off Halfway Tree Road. There is a new building there known as the PBS building, and our offices are on the 4th floor. And so all other information remains the same in terms of our phone numbers, email addresses, everything else. But we are certainly relocated now and open to serve our customers.
Awesome. So if you're looking for the JSIF office, its new location is 8 Richmond Avenue at the you said B or V?
PBS building.
PBS building. And they're on the 4th floor. So you can find them there. Great. And their information, other phone numbers and everything else, that remains the same. It's just the address
right. So the
that has changed.
For context, is the alternative entrance to the 58 Halfway Tree complex, just behind the GIS building. So those are the landmarks that you could use.
All right.
So once you go behind the GIS building, our entrance is right there, and it is just annexed to the 58 Halfway Tree building.
Great. All right. So we are going to continue our discussion, and we are going to talk about the GOJ's Integrated Community Development Project summer camps that the JSIF was a part of in the community, or maybe still a part of. Talk to us about those summer camps and what you've been able to do with those summer camps.
Well, our summer camp program continues. We have the program under what's known as our Integrated Community Development Project, which is really our project that's focused in 7 inner city communities of Augustown, Denham Town, Greenwich Town, Mount Salem, Norwood, and Savlamar. And so under this program, we continue to host a series of summer camps for the children. This program has such strong demand. I mean, from April, persons start inquiring about the camps. And so this year we have 530 children in the camps.
Nice.
Across from these communities. And so in these camps, of course, we also do the normal things that you do in camps, a lot of character building and remedial sports activities, things like that. And so certainly we've been able to continue that successful program. And I have to say here that what's important with these camps is that we get good support from our partners at the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, UTEC, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JDF, Fire Brigade, and then, of course, the community-based organizations within these communities. And so the program is quite big, built out. And with our partners, we're really able to put on a good show for the 530 children, which I know go back to school in September fully enriched from that experience.
Awesome. How are the children selected for these summer camps?
Well, typically the schools within the communities are the ones who primarily champion these camps for the children, and they certainly make recommendations for it. I mean, there's always a capacity, but what we try to do is to rotate and make sure that as many children as possible can get an experience on the camp. So the camp itself is going to run from basically July 31st to August 31st. And so it's a month, and so there's opportunities for some rotation and ensuring that they can accommodate really as much as possible.
Awesome. And in that same breath, you also have summer internship programs for students. Talk to me about that and how students benefit from that program.
Well, yes. Maybe I should talk about how JSIP benefits. We've gotten some really bright summer interns. Over the years, I can't even remember how many years we've been doing it, but over the years, we've had a good summer internship program. And that program itself really targets, in the month of July, we typically go with the high school students, and then in August we go for the university students because they start back later.
Yes.
And so this year we've had 27 interns from the leading universities and high school, of course. And really it is to teach them real-world experiences and, of course, give them exposure to a lot of the things that we do at JSIP. And so why I say how JSIP benefits is because we've also been able to recruit especially and have a good working knowledge of persons from our internship program. And whether it's engineers or social service persons or IT people, we've really been able to host and then retain. And so a number of persons who work in JSIP really started as interns. And for me, even the time goes by so fast, I still think they're interns and they've been working there 2 or 3 years. So, it's been a good experience, I think, and a win-win on both sides. And so we just transitioned to the university students, and so now they're getting their experience.
And for the JSIP summer internship program, is it a separate program from the government's summer program, or do you get some of the persons from that program to go on, or is there a separate application for your summer program?
No, it's a blend. It's a blend. Okay. The total numbers we have is a blend of what we take through the government imperatives that also send interns to us, as well as some persons who individually apply, because we try not to disenfranchise anyone.
Yes.
If they didn't get into the government program, it doesn't mean you can't apply.
Okay.
And so we try to accommodate as many as we can. And once again, similar with the rotating program in terms of, it's one of the reasons why we don't do July and August for the same persons. We try and rotate and give as many as possible the experience. And so certainly now being in a bigger facility, we've outgrown our last facility some years now. And being in a bigger facility, we've also been able to accommodate more interns.
Nice. So your summer camps, your integrated community development project summer camps, those are still on the way. They will end in August. Well, we are in August. They will end at the end of this month. And your summer internship program also still going on. You now have the tertiary level students who are with you now.
Yes, awesome. Absolutely.
Awesome. So we're going to shift gears a little to talk about a project that I think is very important for us to talk about. And I have a program here where we have JPS on, and we sometimes get calls from our listeners who talk about how electricity theft around them affects them. And the community electrification project, I think, is one that helps with these issues. Talk to me about the project so far, JSIP's involvement, and what you've been able to do in communities thus far.
Well, this project, I've been on the program a few times talking about theft of electricity and how we regularize and bring persons on board. You recently would have heard in the budget speech, the government has allocated an additional $2 billion to really bring on board persons who don't have formal accounts with JPS.
Yes.
So it's known as the Rural Electrification Program and the Community Electrification Program. It's somewhat interchangeable. And I like community electrification because we're not just restricted to the rural area.
Right.
And so our work in communities continue, and we have a strong partnership with the JPS, in particular, contextually, the JPS Foundation, who provides a lot of corporate social responsibility. And so Recently, for instance, we were in Hanover in the Chambers Pen community, which is really a remote rural community in Hanover. And we had a complete back-to-school event collaboratively. Once again, there's a tremendous response to this type of event. And the importance of it is that while it is that we are doing the business of really formalizing electrification with light poles, transformers, putting in plugs, switches, like that sort of hard technical stuff. Joseph, we have a social perspective, and what we want to do is ensure that the overall quality of life for persons in the community is lifted. And so for that reason, we ensure that if persons, need skills training or if they need opportunities for livelihood improvement, all of these programs come with what we do. So we don't just go in there to look at bringing the light up. We're also looking at what are the other social, implements that we can offer to help lift the overall community. So that's the beauty of the program. Now, what it means is that sometimes you can't move as fast as you would like, because when you go into a situation like this, you have to really deal with the things that affect people first.
Yeah.
So you can't go into a community and say to persons, you need to pay a light bill when they have other concerns. And so this is how we kind of work collaboratively, especially with JPS, to ensure that all of these demands can be met or they have a pathway to a solution. And so this is how we are approaching the community electrification program. I can't tell you how many communities because we're island-wide. We're just about in every parish with the program right now. We've wired thousands of houses. We are currently connecting hundreds of customers, new customers, and they're connected on the prepaid program. So we have to do an education to tell them how to get their top-up credit and how the prepaid works. And so it's really been a tremendous program since April, especially when the funding really increased. And so as we move along, it is really coming to the benefit of, I think, a lot of Jamaicans across the island.
Awesome. We're up on the break. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, you started talking about it earlier, the back to school fair. We want to talk about how that went and how you were able to impact students and the lives of parents as well, I'm sure, through that back to school fair.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Mannings Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Mannings Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Mannings Hill Pharmacy is
9:47.
Calling all registered community groups. Digicel Foundation Salute 21 grant is here. Apply for up to $2 million in funding for your community project. This year, we're expanding our focus to include digital projects and initiatives uplifting seniors. Applications close August 31. Visit www.digicelfoundation.org to apply. Digicel Foundation, creating a world where no one gets left behind.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Nora Gay Banton. We are inside JSIF and you, and we are speaking with JSIF's Managing Director, Mr. Omar Sweeney. We've spoken about several things. If you're just joining us, Mr. Sweeney spoke to us about the summer internship programs that JSIF has going on right now, and also their summer camps, integrated community development project summer camps that they have in various communities. Over 500 students have been benefiting from the summer camps. We are currently talking about the community electrification project. But part of that, Mr. Sweeney says, it's not just getting communities onto legal electricity, but also seeing where there are other social needs in the community and ensuring that those are addressed as well. Because sometimes, or maybe all the time, if you assess the reasons for the illegal connection, you will see that there are other social ills that are resulting in what is happening there. And so you can't just, as Mr. Sweeney said, go in and tell people to pay a light bill. You have to see what else is happening. And so JSIF is going in and doing completing that approach. And so that's what's happening in communities across the island. You also spoke, Mr. Sweeney, about a back to school fair that JSIF did as well. So I'm going to allow you to tell us more about the fair, when it happened, and how you were able to impact the lives of those students and parents as well.
Well, yes. So like I said, most recently we had the fair in Hanover. I believe it was last Thursday it was. And what it really is, I mean, we're no strangers to back-to-school fairs at JSIF, or, I mean, many other entities have these things. And so one of the things we want to ensure is to things like book bags and pencils and things that students need to go back to school. Is there. In some instances, we provide some uniform type support. And so what really is that if persons have this big bill coming back to consider in September for back to school, to provide some relief in that respect to some of the expenses they may face. But we, just to say that we also provide a little support to the schools themselves. In terms of maybe chart material or, things they use to develop charts and implements for student learning. So things like that is what we really look at, and we are also able to come away with some information to see how we can give that before school starts. So the Ministry of Education, I know, they just announced, in fact, a big school repair program. So things like that we also are in support of, and so we continue the program. I wish we could have done more back-to-school programs, but the time has been restricted, of course. And, we just continue to work and help schools as we can.
Amazing. And we know JSIF is always involved in community development where education is concerned. So even if you don't get to do any major projects before the school year starts, throughout the year, you will, of course, be involved in development in the education sector. Is there anything else, Mr. Sweeney, that you would like to touch on before we have to go?
Yeah, well, I mean, the good news is that I know at Kendall Primary in Hanover and at Pisgah Primary in St. Elizabeth, they're getting brand new schools come September 1. Oh, brand new schools.
Nice.
I don't mean rehabilitated. This is like totally reconstructed and built. In Kendall Primary in Hanover, I mean, more than a year they've been waiting. They've been housed in a church, and I know they're going back into a brand new facility in September. And similar in Pisgah. I'm really impressed with these. You'll see more in the media on it. We continue. We have a couple other schools in Mount Moriah and Mount Salem that we are currently on progress. I hope they have those for January morning. And we're also planning a new facility in Low River. And so we are still working on the major infrastructure and rehabilitating the infrastructure. And I'm really happy that these two schools in particular, the children should be really excited, and the teachers, to go into the school. We have at Augustown Infant School. I mean, we have a number of schools that will be coming online for September morning. So I'm also excited about that, and we just look forward to the new school year.
All right. Amazing news there. So the students from Kendall Primary in Hanover and Pisgah Primary, you said?
Yes.
Those students will be going into brand new structures come September 1. Thanks to JSIF and other partners, I'm sure the students will be sitting on, brand new chairs, around brand new desks, sitting in brand new buildings, modern structures, computer labs probably, and so forth. So that's major news, and we look forward to to hearing about all the other schools as the work continues that will be heading into new structures.
Yes. I'll come back and tell you about it.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Mr. Sweeney, for joining us this morning, and all the best to you and your team at JSIF as you continue doing the work.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right. That was Omar Sweeney, Managing Director of the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, talking to us about some of the projects that JSIF has been undertaking, some of the summer programs that they have, their internship program and their summer camps program, and also talking to us about the back to school fair they had in Hanover and the community electrification project that has been going on for quite some time now. And speaking about back to school fairs, just to let you know that Nationwide will be executing our own back to school fair come Saturday, August 23. That's this Saturday, as people would have said tomorrow Saturday. Yes, tomorrow Saturday, Nationwide will be having our own back to school fair in Harmony Beach Park in Montego Bay. So our friends in the Westmoreland, Hanover, Trelawney, them side there, yeah, you guys can come out to Harmony Beach Park. We'll be there from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in Harmony Beach Park for a back to school fair. A long list of sponsors that I can't get into right now, but you hear the promo running and you hear the sponsors. You can come out and benefit from all that we'll have to offer at our back to school fair this Saturday, August 23, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in Harmony Beach Park, Montego Bay. That's all the time we have this morning for the Consumer Hour. We are gonna make way now for Cliff Hughes Online. Just to say, there was someone in the YouTube chat, Gloria, who was asking about NIS Life Certificate. Michelle did put a response in the chat. I'm hoping that you are still on and you're seeing that response, Miss Gloria. All right. So before this live ends, please go and take the email down. If you're listening on the radio, then the email is NIS Life Cert Unit. That's NISLIFECERT Unit at mlss.gov.jm. You can send your life certificate via that email or any other queries, I'm assuming. All right. That's where we leave it now. Up next, Cliff Hughes Online.
JSIF and You was brought to you by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, investing for community development. That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton. You hear the Nationwide back to school fair get pushed back to August 23?
What? Push back? Lord, man, me need ready if you go Harmony Beach Park, you know.
Yeah, man, but them push it back to make it bigger and better.